guys, Latoya here. Welcome to my crafty space. I am kind of on a card making roll. I'm hoping that it stays. I'm feeling better now. I was feeling a little wonky for a couple days. I think it was like a stomach bug or something, and now I'm better. So back to this card sketch. I know, different stamps underneath, same card sketch. Oh my gosh, this sketch again, so inspirational. So I'm going to try to roll with this because it's really helping me just keep focused. Like normally I choose the theme and all that jazz, and then my stamps dictate the card, but this is just really nice to already have something that I need to work towards. So with this sketch in mind, again, if you're new to it, all it is this base layer here, and then I have a matte layer which spans across, and there is a really thin border at the top and the bottom of that, and then there's a sentiment strip, and this is either a die cut or an image on a die cut, you know, whatever you want to do. Using that, I know that this card, I want some stars. Because again, I've been looking at like some inspiration, like Tim Holtz Christmas cards and things like that, looking at all the new goodies, and I'm just like, okay, I can't purchase anything. So the next best thing is to make my own creation that's similar. So let me grab a bunch of stars here. I think these two might be fine. And what else do I want on this card? I have out these stamp sets because I think I'm going to try to play with these. We'll see, because I've been just kind of pulled in different directions lately. So the stars I know I want to do in red. I don't know what kind of base I want. It's real red. Oh, is that real red? Yes. Looks a little different, just a little bit. But yeah, real red it is for the stars. And I need to create a background. It's normally what I've been working at like immediately, but I don't know. Do I want this card to be cream and kind of vintagey? Maybe. I think that might be kind of cool. So, cream cardstock. And so I wonder if I should do, I already made one card with like a peppermint background, but that was like the whole like peppermint candy cane type thing. Maybe I should do one with these. And then distress it. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe I should stop thinking and I should just start doing and see where I end up. I'm really excited to play with these. I hope they're as fun as I'm thinking. All right, so there are pieces all over this desk, but yeah, whatever. So I just ran my two dies, these through from this set because they're adorable, and I've yet to give them a proper play. So I'm like, all right, now's the time, I guess. I seem to just be doing a lot of like ephemera pieces right now because I'm still not sure how my card is coming together. So I know I want ephemera, so that's what I'm working on. All right, so now I need to pop all of these out. Okay, so I just ran my die through to get one of my matte layers, and I think I'm going to layer on top of that one, but I don't know what color yet. I'm still thinking of using this stamp set, but I pulled out this one here, the Snow Wonder, because the sketched look is, you know, kind of like Tim Holtz-ish. AKA it is kind of vintage, which is the style I'm going for. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna do the snowman or the tree. Good question. I still don't know what colors I'm about to use, so I think I'll just stamp out both images and see which one suits my fancy. Now, what color am I going to stamp them in is, you know, the next like conundrum. I think I should do this in like a soft suede color. Okay, so I think I'm going to just use my Stampin' Right markers, just in case anyone's following along with, you know, only Stampin' Up! Products. And I'm going to use my Real Red to color in just little bits, because I think I'm just going to have the red pop on this card. A red scarf would be cute. Too much thinking. And I don't want to overdo it, so I think that's it. I need to figure out this piece here. I'm really excited because I did get to play with some of the elements that I wanted. I wanted to have a tag. I wanted to have a star on it. I wanted to use this Tis the Season. I wanted to have ink blending. I wanted to have peppermints. And of course, there's like tons of layers going on, which makes this super phenomenal. I need to ink blend around this edge here because I ended up chopping it. So let's get a little busy just to get that color back. All right, you guys, so I've done a lot, and I actually had to pause the video because I just, for some reason, I couldn't focus on camera, so I just turned it off, and I was just talking to my fiance, and I ended up getting busy, and then I forgot to like hit record. So let me catch you guys up on what I did. So I grabbed a piece of brown cardstock to go on top of my cream base as my layer. I thought, okay, I needed some kind of edge here, so I decided to do brown here and then brown for my edge to follow the card sketch. And I'm also going to do a brown piece for this, but we'll get to that in a moment. And I said I wanted to play with the peppermints in this amazing, I love this set, the Frosted Gingerbread set. I actually have the bundle. I have the dies also. So these little peppermints here, I was like, okay, this panel, you know, it was just white. Not white, it was just cream. And I was like, you know what? These little peppermints, I want to play with these. I'm going to make just a really small, like dainty background, and of course, ink blend it to help give it like that vintage feel. So I took out my Distress ink and just ink blended with my brush all around this panel here until it was to my liking. Then this portion here, as you saw, I took my dies, and these are the knit sweater dies, which are so cute. I saw these in the catalog and I was like, I need to play with these. So I took my knit sweater dies and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to play with two of them. So I did the snowflakes, the two different types, with this brown trim around it, and I really like how it looks. So then this is what was really throwing me. It was killing me, y'all. I was trying to figure out if I was going to put down a die cut or if I was just going to put down like some images. So I ended up stamping this awesome snowman here from the Snow Wonder set because I had yet to play with this. And I was like, you know what? No time like the present. So I'm like, it has the vintage look I'm going for. And I was like, you know, go ahead, stamp out the trees also. So I stamped this out actually in 2 different colors. I did it in black and then I did it in brown, and I decided to go with the brown to keep like the vintage old look with it, and I really liked it. But I'm going to admit, for the longest, I had this just sitting against a piece of white cardstock. Why do I keep saying white? I have like white on the brain and I don't know why. I had this sitting against a piece of cream cardstock. You can see I cut it here, but I'll tell you what happened because it was all off camera. So I had the cardstock and I'm like, okay, this is nice, but it was just plain. It was just, you know, plain cream. And I was just like, okay, I can't only have this. I'm not thrilled with this. I ended up creating this little tag to go with these pieces here to give me that collage look, but I still was not happy. Oh, let's stick it over. But I still wasn't happy. I'll talk about this tag in a second. So then I tried to do like a splatter to fill in the space back here, and I did not like that. I hated it so much because I had already adhered my snowman to it because I was trying to like be decisive. I ended up cutting around my snowman and my tree, and I just threw this away. I was like, this is trash. I absolutely hate this. So this is card making, you guys. I was like hemming and hawing so much. I'm like, what is wrong with me? So I cut out a new panel. And I like this one so much better because I was like, you know what? I'm going to just do a fade and I'm going to do it in brown, and it'll be a little light so that the images are still darker than this panel. So the images still pop, but that the panel is noticeable, but that it still looks distressed and kind of like a little grungy. And I ended up liking this. So I actually stamped in my Distress Oxide ink this these sets. I stamped birch like really lightly, and then I used the snowflakes from the Snow Wonder set. Initially I was like, I don't want to use the snowflakes, they're a little too big, but then I didn't want to use any really small images because my back had really small images. But you guys, I did that this morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that. As soon as I put my snowman down, I was like in heaven. So another thing I wanted to do, I wanted to incorporate a tag on this card because I just really wanted to have like a bunch of ephemera going on. So this is one of the new tags, which y'all know I love like just tags and, you know, little bits and bobs. I can't find my, all right, here we go. And again, I'm playing with a lot. All these things are current. So if you were into current Stampin' Up, that's what I was like trying to do this card toward. Really hard for me because I own stamps by other companies and I do like using my old stuff, but with this card I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this vintage card like all Stampin' Up because the last one I incorporated Tim Holtz and Stampin' Up. So these dies here are the TaylorMade dies, which when I first saw these I was like, buy, like immediately. They're so cute, you guys. I definitely say give these a go because they are just so cute and very versatile. You can use them on birthday cards, Christmas cards, like everything. Although all I really make are, you know, Christmas cards. So I did a little ink blending around it, and I decided to make it look super cute by putting this 'Tis the Season sentiment right in the middle, which is incorporating this stamp here from the Christmas to Remember. It's so cute. It literally sits so perfectly on here. I love it. And then I decided, oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make this little hole red and put a piece of the, is this the real red ribbon? This is the sheer ribbon by Stampin' Up. I bought 3 of these. And so I just looped this and I'm like, oh, the snowman can kind of like be holding it. How cute is that? Now, I just threw the star on. I'm kind of wondering if I should like distress it just a little bit. And that's what I'm going to do because, you know, when we make cards, we're about excess and, you know, why not? Now, this is a very like subtle thing to do. I realize that, but I'm just gonna do it because why not? looks like it's a double star, which is kind of nice. I like that. Okay. So now I'm just going to cut out a piece of brown for this here. All right, so I did a little bit of trimming on this piece of brown cardstock. Just making sure it's thin enough. Yep, that's perfect. All right, you guys, my card is officially done. I am not going to put any more thinking or overthinking into this at all. I decided against the addition of the little sentiment over here because I just felt like overall the card is pretty perfect as it is. This "'Tis the Season" on this little tag I made just speaks volumes. It's already kind of large, and I didn't want to take away from this little detail that I have going on in the back and this star, which just kind of like grabs your eye. So I hope you guys, look at your stamp sets in a different light. Again, it wasn't too many stamp sets. I used 4 different stamp sets, and I used a fair amount of dies, but one was a bundle, one was just like, the stitch tags and the stitch dies, the knit dies, and then these stars here, just all, most of these are staples. So you can definitely play with those in a different type of way. And as you guys know, here on this channel, I'm all about my stamps and dies being versatile. All in all, I just love this, and I'm very happy again for this card sketch, which has just inspired me to create some really rad cards. So I think I did pretty good, eh? Hope you all do something crafty that makes you happy. Okay,